In this video, I'm going to show you what are the 5 best charting platforms to see heat maps to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. A heat map is basically a representation of the order book or the order flow, and these lines that you can see in the support areas or resistance areas are just the, let's say, sell limit orders or buy limit orders or bids or ask that there are in an exchange for a given asset. So basically, a heat map is just a representation of the limit order book. For example, if you use a buy or sell market order, this market order will not be represented in the heat map because it's a market order. In the heat map, the only orders that will be represented are the limit orders. So the first heat map charting platform that we are going to review on this video is Trading Light. Trading Light, I've been using it from 2 years from now, and it's a very good, a very intuitive heat map charting platform. As you can see here, we have the heat map indicator loaded here, and you can change the tolerance that you can see, the sensitiveness of the heat map. You can move the settings here up and down to limit the Bitcoin that you can see in the heat map. For example, the peak Bitcoin, we put it in 200 Bitcoin or 150 Bitcoin, and the minimum BTC, we can put it on 10 Bitcoin. As you can see, when we see an orange or red line in the heat map, we see the orders that are near to 100 or 150 BTC, so near to the maximum BTC that we put here, and the minimum, that are the colder ones, for example, the purple ones, we can see that are 58, 14, okay? So we see that the colder colors are the less Bitcoin, near to the minimum that we put on this line here, and the warmer colors we can see that are the Bitcoin that are nearer to 100 BTC on this case, or on this case, or 90 BTC on this case. For example, other settings that you can find here on Trading Light is that you can switch the theme of the heat map. For example, now I prefer to use Thermovision, but you can select here from a lot of different, let's say, themes. As you can see here, for example, now it's changed to blue and white, but you can change it as default. You can change it, for example, in black and white. You can change it in a lot of different themes. Also, another feature that Trading Light has is that you can use a lot of indicators for free in the platform, and you can add them to your chart. I like RSI, bid and ask. As you can see here, you have a lot of indicators that you can find on TradingView, but here on Trading Light you have them from different sources. And obviously you cannot monitor only Bitcoin here. You can monitor Bitcoin in spot Binance, Bitcoin in perpetuals in Binance, okay? Bitfinex, BitMEX, Kraken, Coinbase, Deribit, okay? So this is very important because the heat map, as I said in the beginning of the video, the heat map is built by the order book, okay? This is the order book, and the heat map is basically a representation of the order book in a visual manner, okay? So you need to take into account that when you are here in Binance USDT, you are only seeing the order book of Binance. But if you change, for example, to the okay, now it's not working, I don't know why, to, for example, Coinbase, okay, and use users here for example, Ethereum Cash, okay, you can see that the heat map changes completely because the orders, the limit orders that are in this given order book, in this given exchange, are different from the ones that you can find on Binance, okay? So for example, if we switch to Binance, in Dogecoin, we can see that the chart changes completely, okay? But if we switch to another exchange, for example, Kraken, the order book will be completely different because the heat map is different because it's based on the order book of that given exchange. So you need to see the data that is related to the exchange that you are trading in, because if not, this or the bigger exchanges, because if not, this data, these heat maps, this data will change depending on the exchange that you are looking at. The second best heat map charting platform that we can find is mobcharts.com. Mobcharts.com works the same as we see before on Trading Light, because we can adjust the heat map, the limit orders that we can see. We have the tolerance here, and we can adjust the heat map to see the orders that are below or above a certain limit of Bitcoin. As we talked about before on Trading Light, mobcharts.com also offers the opportunity of loading indicators in the chart and putting different kind of indicators in your chart. For example, here we have the volume profiles, we have the volume, here we have the heat map, okay? So the work principle is the same, and also you have to have in mind to use the exchange that you want to see, the spot limit orders, okay, or the futures orders, because if not, the heat map will not be useful for you. The third charting platform for seeing heat maps that we are going to see is Coinglass.com. Coinglass is a well-known crypto firm that offers a lot of data for traders, but in this case we are going to focus ourselves on just heat maps. In this case, they offer for free. This is for free. This is you can access this URL and see for free all this kind of information. They offer also two different models to see the same kind of data, but they offer the liquidation heat maps. The liquidation heat maps is basically where a lot of stop loss orders from longs or shorts are clustered in one area, and they offer this as a heat map. So for example, we can assume here that this cluster of liquidity around $64,000 on Bitcoin is a lot of short stop losses that are clustered around this area. So a lot of liquidations, that's why it's a liquidation heat map, will be triggered if the price reaches this area, okay? And in the opposite side, if we have a lot of liquidations from long side on $63,000, if the price dropped and reaches this area, a lot of long liquidations will be triggered around this area. So if you want to see heat maps, you can go to Coinglass.com and you can access this map to see the heat maps of the price. But I think that this, because it's free and I'm not logged in, okay, I don't have an account here, these are delayed data from 12 hours or 24 hours. The fourth platform that we can use for heatmap charting is Bookmap. Bookmap Crypto, okay? Bookmap, I don't use it, but I know that you can see heatmaps with Bookmap. I think that the pricing is $60 a month. Mobchart is $14, and also Trading Light is $14 a month. But in Bookmap is $16. As you can see, the principle is the same. You have like a tolerance setting to put the minimum or maximum BTC that you want to see. And also, as I said before, is there a representation of the order book? So you have here the order book, and then you can see the representation of the order book as a heat map in the chart. And this obviously will help you understand where are the liquidity and the support resistance areas in a given market. Okay? And the last but not least is TradingView. Yes, in TradingView you can find an indicator to see a representation of the liquidity in the chart. And this indicator is made by Leviathan. It's called Liquidation Levels by Leviathan Capital. Okay, so if you go here and you type in here liquidation levels by Leviathan, is this one here, okay? You can see that basically what this indicator does is by a series of calculations of open interest plus volume, open interest plus CVD or volume, you can select these data sources in the indicator. Basically what you will see is a representation of the liquidity zones or liquidity areas. So if you go here to the indicator settings, you can see here that the yellow color is related to the 25x liquidation levels. The 50 liquidation levels are represented by a orange color, okay? So we can assume that the orange color is the 50x liquidation levels, and the 100x liquidation levels are represented by the red color. So this basically what it does is it represents like a heat map using this kind of calculations. As I said before, they use for take this data, for represent this data, you can use the open interest. You can see if I change to open interest, the levels change completely, as we see before. And if, for example, if I use open interest plus volume, I change the data source, okay? And then the chart will change completely. Let me see. It's not changing a lot. from this. Also, if I switch it to Open Interest plus CVD, they change the data, CVDs, okay? And for example, I like the most to use just volume, because it's more representative and it's more like a heat map. So to wrap up the video, the first and the best trading platform that you can see heat maps, in my opinion, is Trading Light. The second one is Mob Charts. The third one is CoinGlass. CoinGlass costs a lot of more money to have a subscription, but you can access a lot of data. As I said before, you can see here that you have a lot of data available, okay? Also Bookmap, very good as the fourth option, and then you can use for free the liquidation levels indicator by Leviathan in TradingView. As I said before, if you like the video, go to my website trading-soldier.com, where you can find my referral links of TradingView and Trading Light if you want to use them to support me. And also, as I always say, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, on this channel, follow me and Rumble. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you on the next video.